What's good? It's Jordan. Today I'll be talking to you about the importance of understanding self-worth. See, many times in this life, we fail to realize and understand self-worth. We fail to understand the importance of ourselves. We fail to understand the importance of our purpose, our path, and our mission. Due to the things of this world, the trinkets and treasures of this world, the materialistic ideologies of this world, the classist ideologies of this world, many times we fail to realize and identify our truest potential. We have to understand that outside of all these trinkets and treasures of this world, we have to understand our importance within ourselves. We have to understand the value outside of these things that we bring in this life. We have to understand that positive character traits are gold. We have to understand the importance of knowing and understanding self and being confident within ourselves. There may be people with trinkets and treasures of this world, and then there may be people who don't have the trinkets and treasures of this world. But what we have to understand is our value is outside of these things. The cars, the clothes, the properties, the businesses, monetary gains and aspects and resources from these things, in the large scheme of things, are not important. All you can do is literally pass it down to generations after you once you die. But you will not hold these things when you die. You will not be in possession of these things when you die. You can only pass these things down to generations under you. But sometimes what we have to understand and realize is you can do all of that and those things can still be lost. See, when we focus on the world and we are not focusing on building ourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, or even financially, then we lose sight of the important things in this life. We have to understand what characteristics we bring to this life outside of what society wants you to bring in this world, in this life. We've lost faith, we've lost hope, we've lost understanding, wisdom, and knowledge. Things and gifts outside of these trinkets and treasures of this world. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you understand the world from a different spectrum in a different place. You understand and see the world for what it is and live outside of those confines of this world. We have to understand that in this life, we cannot get confused by illusions and deception. We are our only option in this life, besides God, as a great means of survival. We have to take ourselves very seriously. We have to take what we do very seriously. We have to take what we're influenced by very seriously, because then we can get caught in the trap of society. Many times in this life, we've been caught in the trap of society due to what people may be doing around us, saying around us, how they may be feeling about what we do and how we live. And we have to understand that in this life today, it is important that you keep people around you who are only positively influencing you, helping you, guiding you, and not people who are diminishing you, judging you, and making you feel less than because you may not have the things that they may have in this world. We have to understand relationships are valuable, and we cannot build relationships based upon the things of this world, the trinkets and luxuries and treasures of this world. Those things, the trinkets and treasures and luxuries of this world, are only fine for a little moment. If you have those things, you have those things, it's fine. If you don't have those things, it's fine. We have to understand our value outside of these things, because these things are fleeting. These things can be here today and destroyed or ruined tomorrow. But when we put our value in these things and when we lead with these things, we are not going to make genuine connection. We're going to only make connection with people who are opportunists, people who are only around for the good times, and then when bad times happen, they're nowhere to be found. People who really don't care about us, really don't care about who we are, but only care about what we bring to the table and what we could provide to their actual lives. The benefits, so to speak. So, we must understand the important role that we play in this life outside of these things that we may hold high and dear to us. Understanding self-worth and living outside the confines of what people may say or what people may think about you is important, because you only have your life to figure out. You only have your life to understand. You only have your life to worry about on the large scheme of things. And if you're living for others and doing things for others, that is putting you at a default. You're only ruining yourself. See, in this life, when you haven't built up self-worth and understanding of yourself, you live for others, you do things for others, and you do things that you may not agree with and feel, but because you don't have self-worth, you do it because you want to please other people. You may be in relationships with people who are not meant to be around you, but you want to please them and you want to make them feel like you belong, even though you may not belong around them or near them. You may listen to these people when they tell you that you shouldn't be with this and that person because you can quote unquote do better. And when you go out there and quote unquote try to do better, you end up picking up somebody worse than the person that they were telling you that you can do better than. When you have no self-worth, you make other people the leaders of your life instead of making yourself the own leader of your life. And this is the truth. Many people have gone through this. Everybody has experienced these things. But how we break the chains of these things is important, because if we don't break the chains of these things, then it will continue to control our lives in a negative way and not in a positive way. Everybody is not meant to do the same thing, be around the same group of people, and we have to understand this early. Because if we don't understand this early, then we ruin ourselves in the larger scheme of things. We put ourselves as default in the larger scheme of things if we don't understand. Every interaction we make, we have to understand who we're dealing with. We have to understand the people who are around us, what value they bring to our lives. Are they here to uplift us, or are they here to compete and destroy us? We have to understand these things, because we can get caught up into the mix with things that we're not even supposed to even be around in this day and age. And many times, many of us have been caught up into the mix. But we still can make the change on a day-to-day basis if we decide that we want to make the change. It's always up to us to make the change and understand this. Because if we don't, essentially, we're not going to grow. Essentially, we're not going to move forward. Essentially, we're going to be living the same lives. And imagine living a life over periods of time where you are there to appease other people, listen to other people, and not grow for yourself. You're not going to do anything for yourself, and you're just going to be stuck in that position forever. Many people do not become leaders in their own lives, just based on the aspect of just wanting somebody else to control their lives and being the leader of their life. You cannot be in this world and wanting somebody else to be the leader of your life, especially if that person isn't God. We have to understand this. And if we understand this early, then we can make the changes needed in this life. But if we don't want to understand, then we'll face the consequences of not listening, not following God, not understanding what the plan and play that God has upon our life. So today, I'll be leaving you with this scripture, and I hope that this scripture can help you in your daily life today. Psalms 139, 13 to 15. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in depths of the earth. I want to thank you for watching today. And I pray and I hope that in your own personal life you understand self-worth and you understand the importance of self-worth. Because if you don't understand it, nobody can understand it for you in this life today. I want to thank you for watching. Peace.